What's up, everyone? It's Hey John, and I jabber opportunities nonstop. And today, well, what is Terra Luna doing? What is Do Kwon doing? How many more lives do we need to ruin in the Terra Luna ecosystem? Well, we have even CZ of Binance losing oodles and oodles of money. We have people voting for the plan, and it seems that the people do not like the plan. However, though, we are seeing the builders, for some reason, they sure like the plan and they are supporting it. Well, I will be explaining everything and why so you can understand what's going on with your, well, I would say a fiery of an investment, depending on when you bought. If you bought recently, by recently, I mean the past few days, you may be in the green. Now, if you bought before that, well, 99.99% like Lysol, it's wiped out. Juan proposes forking Terra, nixing the UST stablecoin in Revival Plan 2. Well, what does this mean? This essentially means that Do Kwon is looking to literally get rid of UST. It'll be like as if it never existed. It'll be like this Mario Ghost. Woo, whoop, woo, whoop. Well, depending on when you look at it, though. Now, if you were the investors buying prior to this and it gets nixed, all you see is this ghost coming right after you. And let's be honest, folks, you probably don't enjoy it too much. Now, if you're a new investor, well, you're like, holy smokes, this is great. This is going to be like Ethereum Classic and Ethereum today. Do not forget, folks, even Ethereum, even though it's a powerhouse today, it had its own issues back in the day. Now, however, though, things are fixed, everything's rosy for Ethereum. But the thing with Luna is that, yeah, the whole selling point of Luna was that, yes, it's a blockchain, but the main thing was that, well, the UST, the algorithmic stablecoin, is what differentiated their product from everyone else. Now, we go to fork version 2. Then that means, well, their whole competitive edge and their whole marketing saying, yeah, we're the best because of algorithmic stablecoin. Well, that is now off the table. But even if that happens, and it will, and this can be done as soon as May 27th of 2022, assuming the vote goes through. Now, the interesting thing about Luna is that even as a blockchain, it's a very good blockchain. They have very low fees, very robust, a great UI. Now you have Ethereum, fantastic, but slow and very expensive gas fees. AVAX, a great blockchain, but no infrastructure. But we're seeing Luna, they're one of the few that is still a top tier product in my opinion. And even if you buy, say, Luna today, and if it trades like Ethereum in Ethereum Classic, this will of course be called Luna Classic or something like that. Well, it trades in tandem. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you're buying Luna Classic today, and if there's a new Luna coming out, by new, I mean a fork, just taking out the whole UST product, well, that means that when a new Luna moves up, the Luna Classic will also move up in tandem with it. And ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, I think this is going to be a fantastic opportunity for those who have some patience. Now, I'm not saying to go all in. Now, I'm not saying to buy or sell. What I'm saying is that if we can look at Ethereum and Ethereum Classic as a use case and as a case study, well, ladies and gentlemen, I suppose we may be going the same route here. Obviously, this is pure conjecture and pure speculation. Nobody knows until it happens. I just want to be upfront and clear about that. It is still a hugely speculative bet, and still, in my opinion, I believe it'll be the 2022 play for the folks getting in a near term. Binance's Luna investment, which peaked at $1.6 billion, now worth just $3,000. Binance chief tweets he's poor again after sharing Luna losses. Make no mistake, folks, CZ of Binance has just lost an oodle amount of money. Imagine seeing 1.6 billion evaporate overnight. Now everyone is saying, forget that guy, he's filthy rich. While that may be true, 1.6 billion, I don't care how rich you are, that still stings quite a bit because even with inflation, that is a lot of mullahs. With that being said, even though all this happened here, CZ of Binance is taking a different approach because he's a very humble man. You can tell by the way he acts and the way he talks. So what I'm trying to say here is that even though he's lost a ton of money, he's still filthy rich, so we shouldn't feel bad for him whatsoever. He has, in my opinion, no monetary issues in that regard. But even then, he still says, hey, you know what? Make the small guys whole first before you go to the big guys. I don't even want you to pay me back. I'm good. Pay back everyone else because, as what CZ Binance always says, users before me. And that mentality is why CZ Binance is so successful, because he always wants to deliver the best user experience. Always put users first, because if you create a product that solves a user's problem, well, by definition, you will make oodles of money. And that is the very nature of business. You solve a problem, you build a business around that problem, and then you monetize the processes that you created to solve these issues. Now we can see there are tons of validator nodes supporting Do Kwon. You have Chainlayer, you have BTC Secure, you have Sigma, you have Terra Bay, you have Nebula Protocol, you have Will. The list goes on and on. So many of the validators and the builders, they still want to stay with a Terra Luna ecosystem. And in my opinion, it's a no-brainer because Terra Luna is a great product by itself. Now, UST will be in the history books because it was a terrible failure. And the real reason, in my opinion, as to why these builders and all these validators want to stay with Terra Luna is because, well, they already have a huge position in Terra Luna. So it behooves them, even if they're taking a near-term loss, to stick with a proven product that will still continue to garner more trust and more success in the future. So better to keep it going and get something rather than take the hit and leave and get a zero altogether, because you need tons of coins. And even if these validators were to say pack up and leave and go somewhere else and try to validate somewhere else, well, chances are their money has been evaporated. And that's why you saw Do Kwon sell tons of BTC during the Luna and UST route, and then bolstering the validators by distributing Luna tokens to them. Now, in my opinion, I think all of this was already pre-discussed. In my mind, there is no way that Do Kwon just came out and said, hey, you know what, here's a proposal. I don't know if it'll go or not. If I know anything in business, most likely what happened was that Do Kwon spoke to these validators on a sideline, one-on-one, or whatever form they want to use, and say, hey, bro, are you still in with me? And if you are, great. If you're not, what do I need to do to get you back in? And that's kind of why you were seeing all of these BTC being sold for UST, and then UST being traded in for Lunas and then distributed to the validator nodes to protect against a governance attack. Now, while we see all that on the surface, you have to peel back the layers and you have to try to understand what's really going on, because without the backers of the main players who support the network in all shapes and forms and sizes, then you know what? It is going to be another in the face for Do Kwon. So this is merely my opinion and speculation here. None of this is validated, but if you use a little common sense, it makes sense. But again, I do want to reiterate, it's pure conjecture and pure speculation. South Korean politicians calling for Do Kwon to attend hearing on Terra USD's collapse. Well, holy smokes, folks. Holy smokes. We're seeing Janet Yellen, Gary Gensler all saying, hey, you know what? We need to regulate stable coins. And now we're seeing South Korean politicians saying, hey, boy, we need to talk to you and we need to get the truth before we put some more facts on you. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, like, and hit the notification bells. And I'll catch you all on next one. Shh.